This is a Nappy Lady demonstration of the Bumgenius Organic. This is a birth to potty all-in-one nappy, so it doesn't require a separate wrap. The Organic only comes in popper fastening. And when you initially see it, it can seem a little confusing because you've got lots of poppers on the front. But it's quite simple. You break it down into sort of two zones. So the top zone there is the fastening poppers, and they're in a long line. And they correspond to two poppers on each tab. And you literally just popper them together to secure the nappy. So that's taken care of the top row of your poppers. You're now left with only 9 poppers on the body of the nappy. And these ones here are the length adjusting poppers. So the top 3 are the male poppers, and then the next 2 rows are the female poppers, and these are used to adjust the length of the nappy. Because it fits birth to potty, you need to gradually lengthen the nappy as baby grows. So to make it into its shortest setting, you take the top one and fasten it to the bottom. And there's 3 of these. It's nice and secure. And that's made the nappy into the shortest setting. As baby grows, you would then use the middle setting. So you'd fasten the top popper to the middle one. And then as baby grows again, you'd eventually not use these poppers at all, and you just have the nappy in the full length setting. Poppers are the least adaptable fastening, and unfortunately this nappy doesn't come in Velcro at the moment, and it does adjust down very small, so it makes the smallest waist you can. But if your baby is very small, very slender, you might find that still this is a little bit loose on a very young baby because you can't cross the poppers over further. I mean, I've used this nappy from about sort of £11, and I found it fitted fine. But just be aware if you're planning to start using cloth nappies early on that with a popper fastening you might find that it is a little bit loose. Inside the nappy, layers of organic cotton. So sewn to the outer wrap is another layer, and then you have like these 2 loose sections. They're sewn at the bottom and at the front, but they're loose in the middle, so they flap open. And in this section here you could put an extra booster if you needed it, but really they're ideal for sort of speeding drying. So when you hang the nappy up, if you hang it so that you've got all these sections apart, it does help to speed it up slightly. It is a very super absorbent nappy, and for this reason it's not the quickest drying. Generally I find if it's on a hanging airer it takes around sort of a day, maybe a day and a half to dry. If you do dry it in an airing cupboard or directly onto a radiator, it would dry quicker. Because it's an all-in-one nappy, you can't take the waterproof wrap off of it. As for this reason, it's really not suitable for tumble drying, because tumble drying does wear and really can degrade the waterproof layer. So do try to keep this one that you air dry. The Organic doesn't have a fleece liner inside, so you get the choice of either using a separate fleece liner or a separate loose paper liner. This is the Bumgenius liner, and it fits perfectly into any Bumgenius nappy. It's quite a narrow liner, so it fits in there perfectly without overhanging the edges or the front and the back, so there's no need to cut the Bumgenius liner in a Bumgenius nappy. I really do love this all-in-one nappy. I find all-in-one nappies really useful for the change bag or going out and about, because then you've got an entire nappy ready to go. You haven't got to worry about the separate wrap. But often you find with an all-in-one nappy that the absorbency isn't as high, so you need to change more frequently. With this one I really don't. I change at the same frequency as I do a 2-part system. A 2-part system being something that has a nappy and a separate wrap. And for this reason it's really one of my absolute favourite nappies. Just find it so absorbent and incredibly reliable. It comes in other colours other than pink. It comes in sort of lots of pastels or bright colours.